about.
Definitely. That brings me to this question you were talking about, how rappers, entertainers are our leaders. And it brings me to, we had a real passionate discussion yesterday about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion song called WAP. One, did you hear the song? And how do you feel about the message now in that, but in particular in hip hop?
I saw a little bit of the video. They look sexy as a mug. I can't even front.
Yeah.
They definitely some hot chicks, and they're definitely making they're definitely making their mark in hip hop. But I feel like it's dope. The music is dope. They're doing what men been doing to women the whole time. I mean, we degrade women all the time. You know what I mean? In songs and rap, and I just feel like they just kind of, it's almost they, like you'd be like, dang, they want to take my money, they want to do this and that. But I mean, we as men, we've degraded them so long. I really feel like it's about time for women to really stand up and empower themselves, and I really kind of I respect it. And you know, it's about really us first starting as men to respect the women, and then they're gonna fall in suit. But if we're not doing it, why they need to do it? And it's all goes back to the same thing what I'm talking about from the get-go, with all the issues as we as African Americans, it's much more deeper than just marching and a white cop killing a black man. There's so many other underlining issues that we deal with, especially through the music, because most of the messages are through the music. We turn on the radio and we turn on the TV, and the message is just like studying for a test. If you cut on a song that's giving you the answers to the test, you're gonna know the answers to the test by listening to it constantly. So when you cut these songs that we're making on, and you're reciting the lyrics, and the lyrics are not really teaching, they're just pretty much just digging deeper holes. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I love women. I want to have threesomes and all type of stuff. All that's awesome. But you know what I mean? In reality, what is it really teaching the kids growing up? You know what I mean? Like even myself with my music, I'm talking about how you get that in the jeans and booties and all that type of stuff. So it's not just them, it's all of us, So I'm not really pointing the finger at nobody. It's all of us, but it's a cultural issue that I don't really see it really changing for the better. I just see that it's a continuous thing, and it almost just, because I have a daughter. She's 3 years old, so she's always on the phone, always on the internet, and probably 4 or 5 years she's gonna know the lyrics to whoever the hot female rapper is. And just think, like, if you have a daughter and she's reciting these lyrics, it's like you're looking like, oh man, because when she's not with you, she's probably going to be living that life because that's what she's being taught over and over again. So, I think the song is dope. To get back to it, the song is dope. They look great. They're both great artists. They're making a lot of money. And, it is what it is at this point.
Were you surprised it got the national attention it did, given everything we're going through right now as a society, that was trending and making headlines the way, not the video itself, obviously the video would, but the negative attention that came after it? Were you surprised by that?
What was the negative attention? I don't know.
I mean, they brought this shit like the second coming of Uncle Luke and the 2 Live Crew. Like they were trying to bend on all levels.
Because the lyrical content. Yeah.
In today's world, I think that everything is just so in your face now. It's not really like, oh my gosh. It's like that ain't nothing new. Like they've been Nicki Minaj and all type of rappers, and like in 2 Live Crew now wouldn't be banned. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just everything is wide open. So it's not really like, to me, it's not anything any different than what's been already put out there.
Right.
In today's world, you got to do something like that in order to really make any noise. Mm-hmm. If you ain't doing something crazy or doing something that's next level that really hasn't been done, or something that makes people say, "Oh my gosh," then you ain't gonna get no attention.
How does that make you feel as an artist? I think what in your first album come out? 05, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Your first album came out and brothers was singing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
R&B groups was real. The R&B artists had to really go in there and do their thing and get an album
Yeah,
pressed.
it wasn't no auto tune and all that. Man.
Wasn't no auto tune and all that shit. We took pride in
Right.
that. How do you feel now about even the current state of R&B and music as a whole?
I think music is always evolving and changing. So I don't really think that music is really bad per se. It's just different. I mean, you know, I think music really changes every 5-10 years. So, I mean, it was the disco era. It was the house era. I remember. I mean, I just remember all different types of music, and then you know everybody pretty much follows suit on whatever is hot at the time. And you do have those trailblazers that kind of start that sound, you know. Um, but I think I think R&B now is obsolete because really the rappers sing. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm listening to these rap songs, and these guys really hitting high notes. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Really hitting some notes. And how is this not R&B? How is this rap? You know what I'm saying? So to me, rap and hip hop have become one. It's not really a differentiation between the two. There are some new rappers that actually rap, like the Baby and Lil Baby. You know, they kind of rap. More raps than Lil Baby because Lil Baby kind of has melody with his. Um, but I just think the music, you know, it just really changes. So it's not like that music is like bad or nothing like that. I just think that it's forever changing, and you know, R&B ain't really where it's at right now. That ain't the hotness. You know what I mean? The hotness is the rap music. So it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that's just where it is because you know when I came out, R&B was the shit. You know, even before, even the '80s and the '90s are like it wasn't nothing but R&B. So you know, I wish I would have came out. I wish I would have been an '80s '90s R&B. I think I'd be way bigger because I'm really a real R&B crooner, really a singer, really a musician. You know, so for me, I think if I would have been in a different era it would have definitely it would have been a lot more easy. See, as R&B singers now, we're trying to compete with the rap, so we kind of have to take the love out of it because a lot of females now have been so brainwashed not to love no more. You know, you kicking it with a chick and you putting some love music on to make love to her. She like, nigga, put that little boosie on, nigga. I want to hear that Little Baby or something. You be like, damn, you want to do it to Little Baby? God, okay. There you go. And I think that's just where it is now. It's not really that it's a bad thing. It's just you know R&B just has kind of you know it's almost obsolete. Of course, there are great R&B singers and people that doing R&B and
Right.
people that have success with R&B. Like myself, I still tour and I'm still on the road and I'm still moving and grooving, putting out records and all of this type of stuff. But you know, to the masses, it's rap driven. Everything's rap driven.